Hello children, again I am with you, new chapter, and the name of the chapter is Metal and the Non-Metals. 3 chapters I have discussed earlier. Still, if you have any problem, you can solve your doubt through Google Meet. So today, before starting the chapter number 4, Metals and Non-Metals, what the topics, means general introduction, what the topics I will discuss in this chapter. First, I will discuss general characteristics of metals and non-metals. And the second, physical properties of metals and non-metals. And at the end, I will discuss some uses of metals and non-metals. First, if you imagine different thing around you, you can find different metals. Just I am showing you here glasses. Some means you can see utensil in kitchen. They are all are metals. Now I am wearing some chain, rings. All they are made up of metals. But somehow, some if I will discuss other thing, they are non-metal. So how can you identify these are metals or non-metals? So every substance on the earth is made up of one or more element. I am using the word element. Like oxygen. Oxygen gas is made up of oxygen element. And water, the symbol of water is H2O. It is made up of hydrogen and oxygen element. Same way, sugar. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen basic elements. So there are about 118 different elements till date, of which majority of them are metals and rest are non-metals, or we can say here metallites. The word I have used here, one word, what are metallites? Means some metals have the property of both metals and non-metals. They are called the metallites. So on the earth, some metals are found in free state, some are found in combined state, and some are as in both. So those, some are maybe reactive, some are non-reactive, and some have the both the property. So today I am going to just start the physical properties of the metals. First, before starting, what is the meaning of physical meaning? Physical means externally visible. We can see by seeing, by touching the object. So these are the physical properties. Externally visible. First property is there, means metals are generally solid and hard. They are strong enough to bear heavy load, or they have high tensile strength. Here I have written the examples are there, means they are hard like iron, zinc, aluminium, copper, etc. But here I am talking about the 2 exceptions are there. Just exception. I am saying that all are, mostly they are hard. Generally hard we can say, but exception is there, sodium and potassium. They are soft and they are metal also, and they can be cut with a knife. I am talking here solid. Metals are generally solid, but here one exception is there. Hg, mercury, we use in thermometer. It is found in liquid at room temperature. So when I am going to discuss all these physical properties, you will see lot of exceptions are there. Tomorrow I will discuss. Today just some physical properties with some simple example. Because I have to differentiate, yes, tomorrow means differences metals and non-metal with exception. So second property is there, luster. Means metals shine in their pure state. This property of shining is called the metallic luster. Means they have shiny property. If I am talking like Au, just see here the symbol Au, gold. You have seen gold. It has the yellow luster. Same way copper is there. It is again brownish green, and others are there like AG. It has white luster. So different materials have, metals have different luster in their pure state. Means we can say they are shiny in nature. And next property is there. I am talking about the malleability, or we can say malleability. Means the property of metal by which they can be beaten into thin sheets is called the malleability. Means अगर हम इनको हथौड़े से हैमर से बार बार बीट करेंगे तो they will change into different sheets. That's why gold के इतना ornament हम क्यों पहन पाते हैं? Because they are malleable in nature. Like silver, copper, iron. You have seen goldsmith and blacksmith. Why they are using the hammer? Just due to they are changing by hammering or by beating. They are changing into thin sheet. That property is very useful making ornaments. That's why they are told they are malleable in nature. Next property of that metal is they are ductile in nature. So what is the meaning of ductile? Or we can say ductility. Means the property of metals by which it can be drawn into thin wires is called the ductility. You can see this. It can be drawn different पतले पतले wire आप देख सकते हो. Means or AU, AG, copper you can see easily. So this property aluminium, that's why they have used in different things. Means they can be drawn into thin wires. That property, just have you understood ductility. And next property is there. They are good conductor of heat. What does it mean? This property you know very well from the 6th class. Mean we are using cooking utensils in the kitchen. तो खाना जल्दी गर्म क्यों हो जाता है? Because these metal allow to conduct the heat और हमारा खाना गर्म रहेगा. तो different example you know about the how the cooking iron है, aluminium, copper, different metals are there. They conduct of heat. And next property is there. They are also good conductor of electricity. Just you can see here wire again. This is the wire we are using for conductivity of the electricity. This is the plastic coating and inside that is copper or sometimes it may be aluminium. So these wire conduct electricity easily. So these wire are good conductor of electricity. They can possess the electric current easily. Whereas this is the plastic coating. This is not a good conductor of electricity. That's why we can touch this part, but we cannot touch this part. So here student, next topic I think you have understood. Means metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Next property is there. They have high density. What is the meaning of density? First you have to understand. Means density means it is the mass of a substance divided by its volume. First now, what is mass? Mass means how much amount is there in that metal. And volume, how much metal occupies the space. So unit of this, I am talking kilogram is the unit of mass and volume cubic meter. So this is the unit of density. Next property is there again. They have high melting and boiling point. Their melting point and boiling point will be high. Again, some exceptions are here. Tomorrow I will discuss with exception. And last property is there, sonorous. New word is there, sonorous. Now I have two glasses. Here you can see easily the voice. When you are going in temple, you can listen the voice very clearly when we ring the bell. So ringing sound is called the sonorous property. Means when metal strike each other or are struck with a hard material, they produce a ringing sound. So this ringing sound is called the sonorous property. Meaning metals are mostly sonorous. Some are, again, exceptions are there. They will not produce sound, but most of they are sonorous. If I will talk about these carbon, sulfur, non-metal, they will not produce wood. If I will talk, they will not produce the sound. So this is all about today physical properties of the metals. Till now, just you will continue about hold these properties at home properly from your NCERT book, and tomorrow I will discuss with difference between metals and non-metals with exception. Thank you.